What is up, guys? Let me see. What is up? What is up? What is up? All right. Let me see. Let me see. Can you guys see my screen? What's up? What's up? Okay. You guys can see my screen? Okay. What is up, guys? What is up? All right. So we can look at, let me see here. We can try to see if we see anything here. JPYs kind of look bullish. Let me see here. Dang, GJ is probably gonna go up. Even though I don't like GJ. Let's see here. All right. All right. Let's see. AJ on the daily. All right, so you guys can see that, AJ still continuing to wedge, right? Still wedging from the beginning of this week, still doing that, right? So again, there's really not too much we can do with this pair. I do think it's overall bullish, but as you see, it's just wedging really, really, really hard, right? Then we have AU, right, on the 4 hour, and it's pulling back really hard, and this could be a potential reversal here. This could be a potential reversal because it ended up breaking this zone down here. I actually wanted it to break this level and start to get bullish here, but it never broke that zone and actually broke the previous bottom zone and started to get bearish. So at this point, I'm thinking AU is for the sell, and I was looking for the sells earlier today. So I do think it's going to continue down if it now kind of holds this level here. So here's another strong zone, strong level for AU. And this is how I'm looking at it now. Definitely not looking at it as bullish. So all these things can kind of go now. And I'm looking for the bearishness, honestly, to come in AU. This is what I would like to see. All right, so let's look at GA. GA, I think, is going to be bullish. I think GA now is kind of getting bullish momentum here. Let's see. All right, so it's kind of looking bullish to me. This is on the daily. So London probably looks really good for GBP odd, and GU maybe, especially if it breaks these highs and these levels here. Then I think, it's going to go to the next zone up here. So GA does have potential to get bullish, but I would wait for London session, honestly, for this type of move. Let's go to Euro USD. So I was expecting Euro to kind of drop today. And I don't know what it is today, guys. Where the past 2 days have just been very choppy. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But the markets have been choppy for New York session anyway. The past 2 days. So today and yesterday, I'm just like, yo, it's been mad. It was mad choppy. Like, caught the sell off and started to just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I just cut my losses because it just like, I'm not going to sit here and watch consolidation for 3-4 hours. I'm like, yo, what is going on? I don't know. But it's been really choppy for me. Just full transparency. These 2 past days have been a little rough for me, to be honest. And they've just been really, really choppy. I don't know. So kind of was looking at the same thing today in AU. I still think it's overall bearish, obviously, but it just didn't want to drop. I wanted to consolidate and then pop back up. Let's look at the dollar. The dollar. The dollar, I guess right now with the dollar, we don't know what it's going to do. So I'm going to. No, I'm not going to delete my charts, but it is ranging right now. So DXY is ranging, and that's not what I want to see. But you can wait till London and New York to kind of look at this again. But it's ranging, right? It is ranging. And if you go to the 1 hour or 4 hour, you'll see it's just bouncing between these two zones here. So there's not much we can do until it really breaks one of these zones, right? Whether it breaks this bottom zone here or breaks the above zone up there. But you kind of just have to wait to see what it does. So this is the dollar. Let's go to like NAS. Let's see. So let's see here. Let's do a clean slate with NAS actually. Let's go to the 4 hour and let's go to maybe the 8, the daily. Well, it's kind of hard to call it. It's kind of hard to call it because this could just be a pullback to then just go up, or this could be a change in structure. So if you look at this zone here, this could be a retest to drop or a retest to continue. So this whole area here is pretty trash for me. All right. So I'm kind of looking at it like if we get more bearish momentum, let's just say NAS drops a good 100, 200 points from here, then I would be very confident that it's going to continue to drop to these lower levels all the way down here ish. Okay. So, but I need it to kind of drop beneath these levels here. And this would make sense to me. So I'll put an alert here because that would make sense if NAS really breaks that structure. And then it's like, okay, cool. Then we can start to notice that there's bearish momentum. But this could also be just a pullback and continuation back up, right? It's I see it both ways. So I don't really have a bias on NAS, more so just like, waiting for it to kind of react at certain levels. it's just really consolidating. I would like it to actually get bearish and hold that level and drop. I'm actually hoping for that, but I can't really bank on it. Again, like if the dollar gets really bullish from here and starts to pop up, then I think NAS will drop really hard and go down. I think that would be a nice play if we can get that nice correlation. So what else do we have here? NJ. NJ, let me see what NJ's doing. NJ, I think, is overall bullish. Overall bullish still. I just don't think this is a good time to buy it. Not when it's in this resistance here, but I do think that it's probably going to go something like this, on NJ. So I'm overall bullish on NJ, but I would wait for a nice hard pullback first before kind of getting in, if that makes sense. This is kind of what I'm looking for. So definitely bullish on NJ, but I'd be waiting for a pullback to get in. But on the higher time frames, this is definitely bullish in my opinion. Let's see here. Let's go to NU. NU is another one. Just like AU, it's like it could pull back from here. So this level, watch how it handles this level here, because this level is the previous highs, right, which are right here. And if it breaks those previous highs, then it is going to go up, okay? But if it holds this level and rejects, then I do believe it's going to drop down. So definitely watch how it handles this zone, how it handles these previous highs here. It looks like it's about to retest it. And it can either do something like this, kind of create a double top and then drop. And that'd be nice, right? Or it could just kind of push up and then start making more waves up. So either or is fine. Just got to be careful. Okay. UJ is still in a wedge. UJ is still in a wedging pattern. So I really don't like it at all, to be honest. But, it did pop up a little bit today. Now it looks like it might want to drop a little. But it's not really doing too much. So it does have potential to maybe drop a little. But I wouldn't really bank on it. Gold, it did pop down to this level here. So if gold holds this zone down here, and this is kind of the level I wanted gold to pop down to. So it did pop down. And now we kind of just want to see how it holds. So if it holds this level, then we will have it going up. So not this far up, but it would be like this. It will go back to these previous highs up here if it holds, which it is holding now. Now, if it breaks this bottom zone, however, then you could look for something like this right here. Okay, and you can look for it to drop. So gold is at a critical level, and I would just watch how it handles this zone here on like the 1 hour. You can go on the 1 hour gold and kind of draw your zones, and you should be able to see how it reacts off of this zone. All right. Then we have Euro AUD. And hmm. So it's a little tricky, but I'm bearish on it, at least temporarily. You see it's kind of in this channel here. So I do like it overall for the sell. If I was in it, it's really not my pair, not kind of what I like to trade at times, but we do have an upper resistance here. Let's see on the 1 hour. So it could pop down. It could pop down depending how it handles kind of these levels here. If it breaks these levels, I think it is going to drop a little bit. Possibly back down to this zone. Okay, so that's EA. Then we have what else? I think like GA. No, I went over GA already. And those are my main pairs, guys. Is there any other pairs? Let me see USD CAD real quick. Let's check this out. USD CAD. Let's see here. Overall, still bearish on it. Definitely still bearish on it. And this is kind of how I'm looking at it. It's kind of making now its third wave. Go to the 1 hour. And if you're selling it, it should hold this level up here. It really should start to hold and break these levels down here. And this could be a nice setup for the sell. Yeah. And so any questions, guys? Let me see. Let me check this out. Yeah, yeah, I did AU and let me see. Hold on. Yeah, I did AU and AJ. So with AJ on the 4 hour, it's really consolidating. So it's kind of difficult for me to kind of pinpoint what it wants to do. But I do think it's overall it's bullish overall. And I do think I would want to buy it more than sell it, especially if it kind of holds this zone and starts popping up more. Because the overall trend is up, but just know that it is, as you can see here, consolidating pretty hard between here and here. Right, so this wedge is really annoying. So it's really constricting price. And then we have AU. I went over AU, and AU's, I believe, bearish if it holds this level here and starts to break below these levels down here. Then I would definitely look for the sells. Let me see. Did you do EU? I did EU stuff. EU is also, well, I really don't have anything for EU. You know, I did have it overall. So on the hour or 4 hour time frame, I had it popping down here, popping up, which it technically did. Okay. It technically did do that, but I'm not sure if it's going to hold this zone and continue up. I'm not sure. So I really don't have a bias on EU. It's kind of just like stuck right now. UJ, with UJ, it's also consolidating. I don't have anything for UJ. It's really holding this wedge. If you can see on like the two hour, 3 hour, it's really holding this level here. I'm still overall bearish on it, but I can't really say anything until it really breaks this wedge pattern. And it's been holding this pattern for like 24 hours. Yeah, it's ugly. So Lazy said EA's been consolidating. Yeah, it's been consolidating a lot. Let me see with EA. Yeah, it has. Like a lot of pairs have just been consolidating like this whole week, guys. Like I'm not gonna lie, this week has not been that good. Is it like holidays this week or something? I don't know. This is what it feels like. It feels like it's a crazy holiday or something. Feels like the markets aren't super liquid as usual. They're just really constricting. I don't know. I'm like, is it Black Friday this week or something? I don't know. I'm like, isn't that next week? But yeah, like I mean, nothing has really looked super good the past 2 days. I mean, there were opportunities, but in New York session definitely was a little tricky. Definitely was a little tricky. It was not as easy as it may seem. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of manipulation too, Joe. I don't know. I don't know. It's like it's just blat this past 2 days. This week has just been the dollar's just been playing around with my emotions. Just playing around, playing around, playing around, consolidating. So really not the best when you're trading New York session, the dollar consolidates. Then it's really hard to make money because most of the pairs for New York session are based off the dollar, and if the dollar really isn't moving properly, then by default most of the pairs that you're trying to trade aren't going to move properly, and then it makes it way harder to extrapolate money from the company or money from the markets, said company. My bad. Ah, anyway, the point is that yeah, it's you don't want to trade during dollar consolidation. I'm just like, yeah. So okay, let's look at this. Okay, Brianna, I'll check you on a second. So Nature said AD looks bullish on the 4 hour. Am I wrong? Let's check it out, bro. AU, let's look it out. On the 4 hour. We can check it out. We can check it out. I wouldn't necessarily say you're wrong. I wouldn't necessarily say you're wrong. So there's a lot of different outcomes here. Okay, so you're looking at the 4 hour, right? And if we kind of zoom out here and kind of draw our next zone here, right? There's a bunch of things that could happen here, right? This could be just one big wave, pullback, and then continuation, right? Definitely this could be it. Or this could be holding a higher time frame zone like right here, and now it's starting to break because it broke like two zones and then now continue down. So I wouldn't necessarily say you're wrong. Um, it's just a difference of opinion, and that's what makes the market go round. Is everyone has when you see a buy, someone sees a sell, or vice versa. Now, even though I'm looking at AU for the sell, right? I like it for more bearish momentum because I think that if it holds these structure levels here and starts to reverse, then okay, cool. We have bearish momentum. We can sell it. But let's just say it holds this level and starts to go up and really kind of like break these highs, then I'd be bullish on it for sure. So that's how I would kind of play with AU. I wouldn't get into anything yet until we kind of get more data here. So I wouldn't. So for me, I'm not buying or I'm not committed to a bias. But what I would like to see is, after this drop, it goes a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is what I would like to see because that means we'd have a really, really super nice move to the downside. But could it go up? Yeah, sure. But I'm just showing you what I would like to see. Let me see what else. So Brianna says, show how Nas. Yeah, Bree. Even Nas was a little tricky. Nas was a little tricky today. It was even Nas was really tricky, man. Because I was looking for the sell off, and it kind of just like consolidated mad long. So it's like 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, I was looking at the sell off. It started to drop. Like my entry was like up here. It started to drop. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know, a couple points, like 40 points maybe, and then pop back up and just started to consolidate, pop back down. By this time, it was like 11 o'clock, 11:30. I was in the market for like 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I'm like, what the heck? Nas doesn't just consolidate like this. This is weird. And so I just got out of it. So I got out of it after like 3 hours in consolidation with it. Now, it just, I mean, could you have bought it down here? Yeah, you could have. You know, um, I mean, the dollar kind of went up as well too. It was just a weird scenario, honestly. Like it was one of those times where you can't truly not analyze but predict the market to the T. It was just one of those days where you think it's going to do something and it doesn't. So I thought it was going to continue down to at least this next zone down here, and it did not do that. It went like a third of kind of where I thought it was going to go, then pulled back, consolidated really hard. So I didn't really see anything either, Brianna. Like the whole time, I was trading from 8 to 11, and it was practically nothing. I'm like, what the heck? The only thing I saw was a potential buy. After Nas was slowly consolidating upward, but it just, you know, didn't really look too clean for me. But I did see the potential buy. At like maybe 11 o'clock ish. That could have been a potential buy for 80, 90, 100 points. Could have did that. But again, that was kind of tricky. Yeah, it was weird. Today was weird, and yesterday was weird. Bree, today and yesterday have been a little funky for the dollar. Yeah, I was over it too, Bree. So I was over it too. I'm not gonna wait 3 hours to then get in the trade. It just didn't make sense for me. It didn't make sense for me. So I just didn't get in. I'm like, screw this. I'm just gonna leave. So yeah, I mean that's really it, guys. There wasn't too much action today on in the New York session. It was okay, right? But it wasn't. Just know that these past 2 days have been a little rougher than usual, and both days have had a lot of news. So yesterday had a lot of news. Today had a lot of news, and it was like weird news. Like you know, um, I don't know. It was just funky news, man. So I don't know if that played a really big part in it, but I would think that the market would move with all that news, and it was like it kind of did the opposite. It didn't really move too well, right? So that's really it, though, guys. Is there any questions? Any questions before I let you go? Kind of just want to give you a markup on what I see with each of these pairs and answer some quick questions. Let's see here. And that's really it. That's really it, guys. Okay. If there's no questions, then this meeting is adjourned because I don't really see anything, honestly, as far as anything to even get into now for Asian or for London. What I would say for London is if you're going to trade London, I really like to look at GU and GA, but GU actually might really be a nice play to the upside. So that has potential. No problem, B. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. Hopefully the sessions are just helping you. Especially if you trade New York session, then this should kind of give you more clarity and, just give you a little bit more guidance, what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing. Things change. Okay. So no problem, Ingrid. Yeah, Jason, I gotta check my Telegram, man. I have like hundreds of messages on Telegram. Telegram is so uh stocked for me. So I legit have to go through all of my messages in Telegram. I've mad spam messages, all types of stuff. It's backed up, man. But yeah, I can check it. I'll check it. Um, I hate the best pairs for Asian. The best pairs for Asian are AJ. Well, for me, AJ and AU. Those are my favorite. You can even trade JPYN or JPN. This is like the Japanese index. You could do that. I don't really like it like that, to be honest. That's just me. But some people really like it for whatever reason. It's not bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's not bad, but it doesn't do it for me. It just doesn't do it for me, to be honest. Not saying that you can't trade it, but it is a good pair to trade during Asian. I think me personally, I kind of like Euro odd, GBP odd, AJ, AU. Those are really more my preferences for um, Asian pair, for Asian sessions. Yeah, I knew what you meant, man. Like I said, AJ, AU. EA, and GA. These are kind of the best ones, I believe. Even UJ sometimes is good for Asian. UJ is not bad either if you can kind of study it. All right. All right. Any last questions, guys, before I hop off of here? I got to answer a lot of messages and stuff. You guys have been inboxing me. So I do have to get back to that, try to answer you guys. And that's really it, really. That's really it. Nothing more. All right. So I will catch you guys. I might do another class this weekend for you all. So, make sure that you like the video and you subscribe so you can get the notifications when I post or I schedule different classes, because I'll schedule ahead of time. I might do um, a class this weekend, maybe Saturday night. So, we'll see what happens on Sunday. All right, on Saturday and Sunday. But I might do a class on Saturday for you guys. Hopefully, this helped you to know kind of what to look for tonight and tomorrow. I'm going to be looking at trading tomorrow as well. So, I might be throwing some signals for New York session if there's anything good Hopefully the dollar doesn't consolidate and, be trash like how it's been this past 2 days. I don't know what's going on, but all right. So catch you guys later. If you need to join TTA Elite, the link is in the description. And you can also email us at thetradeauthority@gmail.com if you have any trouble signing up or want to ask questions about it. And yeah, I will see you guys on the inside, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. See ya.